Hello, 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 y'all. Happy summer. Summer here for you. It is here in South Carolina. Finally. Let me tell you, it has been the coldest summer in South Carolina I have ever seen. I did not get my hair wet in the lake until 2 weeks ago. And normally I'm tired of summer by this point in the year. I'm by about June, end of June, certainly by July, I am over it and ready to cool off and not be on the lake out drinking and doing all the things. So it is crazy that South Carolina has been so cool. And then on top of that, we've had rain and all kinds of stuff. It's just been really weird summer, and especially on the weekends, it has not been hot. We have not been in the lake. So I am excited about the hot weather. I don't know about you guys. Y'all, give me a comment. Let me know that you're here. Give me a hashtag live or a hashtag replay. I see you guys. Today, we are talking about the 3 essential steps to your business, the 3 essential things that you need in order to build a profitable coaching business. And let me tell you, they are not the things that you think they are. There are so many hub product slingers and techies and different kinds of coaches out there telling us that we need to build all these things before we can start our business. I just was made a moderator in the personal trainers and fitness instructors group, which is a public group. It's like 70,000 members. And I see all the posts that go in there because I approve them or don't approve them. And it's amazing to me because so many people come into that group and they say, okay, I want to start online coaching. How do I build a website? How do I do a logo? How do I name my business? How do I do my visual brand? And none of those things are the things that actually make money for us. And so we skip over wanting to make money to pay for those fun little pretty things. And we like borrow from our retirement fund or put a second mortgage on the house or do all these things in order to build the tech stuff. And then we never actually build the business. So I want to talk very specifically today about the things that actually move the needle on your business, the things that move you forward, and the things that don't. Stay to the end because I've got a special announcement for you. And also, you are going to learn about how to get your business started with zero investment, how to get your business started in a way that feels satisfying and fun and rewarding. And you don't need a website to do it. So, you guys, who's excited? Can you give me some comments? I would love to see who's here. I would love to hear if you have gone down the rabbit hole of branding and website and, oh my gosh, redoing the Instagram or making the Instagram all like branded and pretty and all of these things that we think we need to do in order to garner credibility and make ourselves look like we're ready to sell. If you've gone down that rabbit hole, you are not alone. 90% of us have, if not 100%. Unless I got a hold of you right in the very beginning of your business, you most likely did. And I did too. So no shame in that game, but let's talk about it. All right. So before we get started, let me say this. I'm Kelly Coulter. If you don't know me, I became absolutely obsessed with helping fitness instructors and personal trainers build their businesses during the pandemic. And then since then, I have built a multi 6-figure coaching business, and I coach fitness instructors and personal trainers on creating businesses that are sustainable, profitable from day one, and that are fun to run. Let me just say it that way. I am a big believer. I'm going to give the everyone tag to this post. That's why I'm looking down at my keyboard right now. I'm going to do a little at everyone and see if it works. Okay, so as I was saying, One of the big tenets of the way that I coach is I believe in the happy journey. I believe that you cannot build a business that you don't love running and then get to like some sort of happy ending. The happy ending comes with a happy journey, and a miserable ending comes with a miserable journey. So, one of the big tenets of my coaching is always around the happy journey. All right, so that's what I do. Let's talk about the essential 3 steps to a profitable coaching business. So, step number 1. I- let me do this. If you're taking notes, I'm just going to give you the steps so that you can kind of outline them on your page, and then we're going to talk through each of them. So, number 1 is you need to have a product to sell. So, I want to talk about the difference between selling sessions, selling memberships, and selling programs and true packaged products. So you have to have a product to sell in order to have a profitable coaching business. I'm going to talk through all of that. The second thing is you're going to have a hot audience. You need to have somebody to sell that product to. And then the third thing is you're going to need to sell your product. And I'm going to talk to you about how you do that in a way that doesn't feel sleazy and slimy. It's not like cold direct messages. It's not going into other people's Facebook groups and trying to poach members. It's not doing like things that feel out of integrity. But how do you really get your product into the hands of the people that you can help in a way that always feels service oriented and relationship based? All right, so those are the 3 steps: product to sell, hot audience, sales. Now, let me tell you why I believe those are the 3 essential steps. I was talking to one of my accelerators. She's actually one of my SST members now, which is my higher level program, a little bit higher than the accelerator, where we're focused on sales systems and processes. So I was talking to her the other day, and she was telling me how she was feeling like unsure of her course, and she was kind of doubting herself and feeling like she was further behind. And when she really dug in on why she felt like she was behind, she realized that she was comparing herself, which is always the enemy of joy, right? Comparison is the enemy of joy, period, end of story. So she was comparing herself to this lady that was in a different coaching program that she had done. She's a certified life coach, and so she had gone through this life coaching certification, and this other lady is showing up on social media everywhere. She's got ads running. She looks like she's, killing it. She's like on the beach at sunset talking about her program and doing all the things that on paper make you look like you're killing it, right? And then the most interesting thing happened because they were on a call, and the lady that is killing it on paper, right? Sunset, Instagram lives, all the things, admitted that she hadn't made any money in her business yet. Had not made any money in her business. I see this show up all the time with you guys when you go down the website rabbit hole, when you go down the Instagram rabbit hole, when you go down the branding rabbit hole. I see it happen over and over and over again. I can't sell until I have a logo because I have to look credible. I can't sell until I have a website. Or people think that they are going to build a website and that traffic's just going to come to that website and they don't have to do anything in order to sell. And it's just not the truth. The truth is, your website gets 0 traffic until you send that traffic to them. So you're still going to have to be out there pounding the pavement, having conversations, getting to know your ideal client. So my client now realizes that she is killing it, not outwardly, but truly in her business, because she has made the money. She has gone out, she has done the things, she has her program going. and she is making money in her business. And she is way ahead of the lady who is doing the Facebook ads and doing the Instagram lives at sunset from the beach and doing all the things, who looks like she's killing it. So, you guys, I want to call that out because there is such a disparity between the way someone's business looks on social media and the way it actually is, the way it looks in the books. You know that because there are Instagram influencers out there with millions and millions of followers who can't make a dime, who start a clothing line and think that it's going to kill, and they end up, going bankrupt over it. Who, there's just a million stories about super, super broke Instagram influencers. Being able to take a pretty picture and curate a social media presence is a skill, but it is not a skill that is directly tied to making money unless you know the steps between having that audience on social media and translating that to sales. You guys, who is with me on this? This is great news for all of you because it means that truly your next sale could happen tomorrow. Your next sale could happen this afternoon. You do not have to go out there and build some big Instagram presence or some big Instagram following before you're able to make money in your business. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 steps that I outlined for you at the top of the program. Number 1, you need a product to sell. So I'm not going to belabor this point too much. You've seen me talk about it in the Serve Lead Sell Masterclass. If you've taken that, if you've done Crush the Rush with me, you've seen me talk about this ad nauseum. I've done a few episodes on this as well. I'll link to those in the show notes and in the comments. But there is a difference between selling sessions and selling a program. So when you sell sessions, when you're just making money when they show up, what happens is that you're constantly in that merry-go-round of, am I going to fill this next session? Am I going to get enough people in class on Tuesday? Am I going to make enough money this week? Are all of my clients going to show up? I was recently on vacation with a trainer friend of mine, and we were kind of comparing calendars, and we were looking at her calendar, and she was so busy, and she does really well as a trainer, which is great. But what we were noticing is that she's so busy that she's like missing her kids. She's not able to be at home with them. She's not able to feed them breakfast because she's at the gym from like 4 a.m. till like 7 p.m. And then within that time, she has all these wasted hours where people cancel sessions and reschedule. So per session work is so volatile. And that's the first reason that it's not a very sustainable business model. But the other problem is this: no matter what you charge per session, the only way let me say it this way. No matter what you charge per session, you're going to be capped out at like, I don't know, you guys tell me, what's the maximum amount of personal training sessions anybody here has done in a week without like falling over dead? It's probably going to be around 20, 25 would be the maximum number of training sessions that you could do in a week before you're just done, right? So let's say you've got 25 clients, and let's say you're charging them $100 a session, and they're coming every week. That's $2,500. That's good money. Now you've got to take out for when they don't show up. And now you've got to take out for natural attrition, when people cancel and don't come back. And you've got to account for the time that you're going to spend looking for new clients. And all of that is not paid time within that $100 an hour. So one of the problems with per hourly or per session charging is that it's really hard to get to that six-figure mark and to sustain it without adding work hours to your day. And that's why the trainers that you do see that are highly successful are working 13, 14 hours a day. Make sense? You guys, give me some comments. You guys are super quiet. I'm going to sit here and sip on my G-Fit right here that I got. You guys can give me comments on that too. I know you probably have opinions. I just tried it for the first time today. So I'm going to sip on this and you guys give me some comments. I want to hear if you've ever reached that full capacity mark and how that felt for you. Bum, 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 bum. You can also just give me a little hello because I would love to hear from you. Okay, so that's the problem with per session and hourly, right? So then a lot of us try to do memberships where we will do like a low cost, high volume membership. We think we can charge $50 and then we'll just make it up on the back end. Like we know our product or what we're doing is worth more, but we try to make it up on the back end by saying, oh, I'm going to get a lot of members, right? Memberships require a large audience in order to be profitable. If you want to make $50,000 this year and you're charging $50 a month, you have to have 84 members in your monthly subscription in order to make that work. 84 members every single month in your subscription in order to get that to work. So memberships don't work for a lot of us, especially in the beginning of our business, because high volume, low cost does not work because we don't have a dialed in sales process in order to get 84 members into a monthly subscription and then keep them there. And so, what does work for us as fitness professionals, as coaches, as health coaches, as wellness coaches, what does work for us is a decommoditized product. So instead of looking at what you do and saying, I know a lot of other people are doing that, and so I can only charge $50 a month, imagine finding the differentiating factors, the reasons that people want to work with you specifically, and taking those and packaging them into a product that really highlights you as a specialized professional. Specialization is what decommoditizes us. All right. So, a product to sell, you need a decommoditized product to sell, is what I'm going to say now. If you've taken Serve Lead Sell from me, you've heard me call this a specialized defined end program. Another way to look at it. So that is, we talk about that on day one of Serve Lead Sell. If you've never done Serve Lead Sell, get in there and do that. As a matter of fact, I will put the link in the comments for you. There we go. I do have that out there as a recorded program. It is ready to go for you right now. All right. So you need to have a product to sell. You need to sell that product to an audience. Now, here's what most of us do. We think that we have to go out and grow an audience of a certain number of people before we can sell that decommoditized product. And so we start a Facebook group, or we start posting on Instagram every day, or 2 times a day, or 3 times a day, or whatever it is. And we're watching our audience growth numbers before we start trying to make offers, before we try to sell that decommoditized product. And that's a mistake for a lot of us because your new audience members are cold audience members. And cold audience members are only ripe to be nurtured. They are not ripe for you to make an offer to them until you've gotten to know them and they've gotten to know you. People buy from you because they know, like, and trust you. And when they're new audience members, they don't know you yet. So we need to look for our hot audience, and every single one of us has one, whether we realize it or not. So if you look at your decommoditized product, that specialized defined end program, and you look at who really needs that thing from you, whatever it is that decommoditizes you, whatever it is that makes you stand out, makes people willing to pay more to work with you, if you look at that and then you look at who needs that, and then you do one more thing, look around your life. Who needs that in your life? Who already knows, likes, and trusts you and needs that thing? Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, you need to start your program and get sales first. Inside my accelerator, I don't have you do any setup. We're not going to talk about lead magnets. We're not going to talk about email lists. We're not going to talk about marketing or branding or websites or Instagram presence or tech until you have made your first sales. There is a difference in mindset between being an instructor or a trainer and being a program owner. And programs are what makes money. So I have you go out and sell the program first and start delivering it before you're allowed to do anything else. This is why when I told you at the top of the program that my client was telling me that there's this person out there, she's doing all this marketing and she was getting comparisonitis, and then she realized this lady hasn't made any money and she has made real money. That's the difference. She went out and sold her expertise instead of worrying about what her Instagram presence looked like or what her website looked like. So, third point, you have to sell that decommoditized product. Cash flow is the lifeblood of your business. Number one, cash flow is the lifeblood of your business. You have to get out and sell first. This is a hard pill to swallow. A lot of people choke on it. I get it. But it's the truth. And once you do it once, you will do it over and over and over again. So you have to get out and sell your decommoditized product to your hot audience. Building a website will not do this because traffic does not just go to a website because it exists. Your Instagram presence does not do this. And let me tell you this, you don't even have anything to talk about on Instagram if you are not running your program, your decommoditized program, and actually serving paid clients in it. What's even the path to a sale if you don't have a decommoditized product? Having that decommoditized product gives you something to hang all your marketing on. Now you know what you're going to offer. You know when you're going to offer it. You know that if you're going to run any special events to sell this thing. But that decommoditized product becomes the cornerstone of your business. It's your core revenue generating strategy. Period. End of story. So a lot of us have trouble getting in and kind of creating those first sales. And I've got a few thoughts on that. You guys, give me your comments. How are you feeling right now as I'm talking through all of this? Are you getting a little pit in your stomach thinking about going out and offering that decommoditized product? Are you feeling like, I don't want to be a full-time salesperson? Tell me kind of what your reactions are right now. I know it's a really tough pill to swallow because we don't like asking for money. It's way more comfortable to hide behind an Instagram presence. It's way more comfortable to hide behind an automation or a website or an email list. But the truth is, the thing that sells your decommoditized product is intention, conviction, and desire. Intention, conviction, and desire. So this is going to be my last point, and it goes under sell your decommoditized product, and it is this. Your intention means that you are in love with that decommoditized product. You understand how it can really change freaking lives, and you are here for it. Intention means that you're ready to sit down and make a list of the people that you know that need this thing, and you're ready to go have conversations with them. Conviction means that you are sold first. So many times when I have clients who are having trouble selling, or they just are resisting selling, like they just aren't doing the sales activities that they need to do, when we really dig in, what we see is that they're not in love with their product. They're not in love with that program. They haven't really taken the time to connect with how that program changes lives, how that program is rewarding to run, how that program is part of their happy journey. And so conviction is being in love with that product. Conviction is knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that if someone pays you an appropriate amount of money for that decommoditized product, you are going to stick with them until they get the result that you promised them. That you're going to do everything in your power and even more in order to make that happen for them. That's conviction. And desire means that you have a desire to sell it because you know you can change lives, and you have created a desire within them to buy it. At the end of the day, marketing and branding, all it is desire creation. You're helping them to desire to work with you. You're helping them to desire the result that you offer. So intention, conviction, and desire will lead to you selling that decommoditized product. All right, so that's the 3 points, you guys. You need a product to sell, you need to define your hot audience, and then you need to get out there and have conversations and sell the product to the people that you know who. I just fumbled that. Let me say it again. To the people whose lives you can change. Sell that decommoditized product and go change lives. That is what you are here for. After that, after you've got all of that running and going, then we can talk about a website. They can pay you through Venmo until then. They can pay you through PayPal. It doesn't matter. After that, we can get your business making money so that you can pay for a logo with your business's funds. After that, we can talk about a color scheme and branding and messaging, and we can leverage everything that we learn from running that decommoditized product for paid members. We can leverage that into future sales. All right. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I want to hear your comments. So please give me lots of comments. Give me the feedback. Give me all the fears. Give me all of your resistance to what I was saying. I don't tell you guys the popular things. I don't tell you guys what you want to hear. I tell you the truth as someone who has done it, as someone who has built a business that is multi-six figures. I made my first 6 figures in my coaching business during the pandemic. I know how to get these programs started, and I know how to get these programs making money. All right. So I alluded to kind of a special announcement, and it's time. Let's do it. So right now, it's July 11th if you're listening on the replay. I am putting a pause on selling any new memberships into the accelerator. So, except in special situations, I'm not going to be out here like peddling my accelerator program like I normally am. We're going through kind of a redo of the curriculum. We're really looking at like how we package this thing. There's just a lot of things going on. And right now is a great time for us to just kind of put a halt on sales of the accelerator. So unless it's a really special situation and I know that I can get you in there and help you with the recorded lessons and the things that are in there, I'm not going to be out here like talking about that all the time. What I am doing right now, as far as the thing that I'm super excited about, is actually sales training. And so, if you noticed last week, I had Brent Cromer come into the group. He's from Closers for Fitness, and I allowed him to come in and do a live within the Grow Your Business for Fitness instructors, trainers, and coaches group on Facebook. And it was a great training. It was called Telling is Not Selling, and it was all about asking the right questions to get better answers to improve your sales calls. His program, I love what he does within his program. And so I'm partnering with him to help him identify people who are looking for support in their sales process right now. So if that is something that you're really looking for, if you feel like you need more leads and then you need to do a better job converting your leads to sales, if your conversion percentage is low or non-existent and you're not having sales calls, let's talk. So I want you to send me a direct message, comment here, or send me a direct message or comment here, and let's talk. And I can hook you up with Brent if that's going to be something that's appropriate for you. I just think he has a really cool program. I also think he has the most, I like the way they do things within their program. I think he's like a super gentle servant leader type personality. He's not hustle bro. He's not in your face. He's not cold DMing. And I like how they track their metrics, and they really keep track of everybody within their program, and they want to know how you're doing. He also mentioned to me this week that they've implemented a guarantee on their program that I'll let him tell you about. But I just really like the way that he does things, and I think he has a ton of integrity. So I am kind of partnering with him, and I'm allowing him to kind of use my audience. And I don't know if that's a good way to say it, but I'm allowing him to I'm helping him find leads that need sales training because I believe in it and because you guys could use it. All right. So that's what's just a little bit about what's going on with me behind the scenes. You guys, thank you so much for listening, for being here. Charlene, thank you for your thank you in the comments. I appreciate you guys. If you are watching on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe. If you are watching on Facebook, please make sure you're in the Grow Your Business for Fitness instructors, trainers, and coaches group on Facebook. If you are watching on LinkedIn, please get over to Facebook and join my training there. I don't interact much on LinkedIn, but I love you guys. Thanks for being here. And if you are listening via podcast, I want you to take a second to leave me a review and to maybe go and share this with somebody that it could help. That is how you can pay it forward and say thank you to me. All right, y'all, until next week, I hope you have a great week. I love you, and I will see you soon.